Okay, we've been doing this for a while and we've honored some weird things. But today is the celebration of the horse, a day honoring the strength, healing, and history carried by one of humanity's greatest partners. Good morning, my friends. My name is Zach, and this is Whatcha Got, the daily show where we learn something new, honor someone doing good, and challenge ourselves to build a stronger community by asking you, hey, what you got?
Hi, friends, it's me, Barry. Good morning. It is a great day to come together and ask the question, what you got?
My name is Zach Clayton. I am the president and founder of Community Pay It Forward, the Come Together Compass, and the Pact Podcasting Networks. Yeah, I'm not much of a fan of the horse. Things that are bigger than me are kind of freak me out a little bit. Um, when when I look at a horse and all I see is the fear in its eyes that I could potentially try to get onto its back, I feel its pain and I understand its role in society. And I try to do my best to guarantee you that, horse, don't worry. I'm not insane. I have no intention on jumping on top of your back. Unless you've got handlebars and a starter button and two wheels and an engine that's really loud, you're not my kind of horse. But we do have a featured guest whose work with horses makes a whole lot of difference for a whole lot of people. Today we feature the Veterans Ranch. JR is one of my best buds. First off, he's a hockey guy, so like St. Louis, but hey, we've all got our issues. Hey, you could have sent Cairo to us. Come on. Uh, they help veterans heal through the power of horses, which makes them perfect partner for this celebration. Celebration of the Horses was created to honor the role of that horses have played throughout human history. Horses carried our families, they carried our soldiers, they carried our food, our supplies, our hopes, and our burdens, and they still do that today. They've shaped civilizations, they've built nations, and they've helped people survive. Just in that little statement right there, I do have to admit something. I've never thought of it until I was putting this together. I never really thought of it this way. How much the horse has actually done for us. And especially in this country where the horse is not native to the Americas. Okay? They didn't, they weren't born here. They are not a species that's from this country. Yet when they first got here, they started making a difference immediately. Whether you consider it good or bad, that's your own way of thinking. But I mean, the horses have been around for a long time, doing a lot of heavy lifting for humanity. So they've helped people survive. And today, the celebration focuses on an appreciation, education, and awareness. People visit ranches, support equine therapy programs, learn about horse care, and share stories about how horses have impacted their lives. It is a day to recognize the emotional and physical strength of these incredible animals. talked about them endlessly. With the Vogels family, after the loss of their 3-year-old son Bladen, their daughter, she found solace and she found comfort in continued horse therapy, enough to where she went to college, and she's currently in college, and she's working with animals, these animals, because she did feel that kinship that she was able to build, the silent partnership. You know, JR likes to tell us how, you know, this thing can feel a fly on its back, and we want it to allow us to crawl on its back. They're not bred to trust us. They're bred to do a lot of things, but they're not bred to trust us. So you have to build that trust. JR starts, the Veterans Ranch starts by putting a brush in your hand, because just that simple action of making that huge animal comfortable is a way to start that friendship and that agreement, to where things can, you know, you're in sync with this animal. And JR said from that first point, from that first part, the brushing of the animal itself, he's seen the effect and that emotion that can come out just when you have an animal that is that large standing there, allowing you to manipulate its emotions, and how strong that can be. This is a day to recognize the emotional and physical strengths of these incredible animals. Horses are more than animals. They're mirrors. They feel our fear. They feel our pain. They feel our hope. They meet us exactly where we are. When someone carries trauma, a horse can reach them in ways words cannot. A horse does not judge. A horse does not rush. A horse simply stands with you until you're ready to breathe again. This is something that we really focused on a lot more in the early ages of television, and how cowboys and the people who had the horses, how they showed love and respect to that animal, how they made sure that they took care of that animal, and how that animal made them feel. There was a kinship there. There's something sacred about a connection between a person and their horse. It's quiet, it's honest, and it's healing. It reminds us that strength does not always roar. Sometimes strength just calmly stands beside you. The Veterans Ranch is a mission partner dedicated to helping veterans and their families heal through equine therapy. They teach veterans how to work with horses, how to communicate, how to calm their minds, and how to rebuild trust. They help families reconnect. They help people rediscover purpose. They help restore hope. Their work matters because trauma does not disappear on its own. Healing requires connection. Healing requires patience. Healing requires a safe place to land. The Veterans Ranch provides that place. The one thing about trauma that we all need to remember it is not a one-size-fits-all healing procedure. What works for you, it ain't gonna work for me. What's gonna work for me is something that, maybe you are going to laugh at. Laugh all you want, but if it works for me, it works for me. An example, yesterday, Adrian and I were putting together our new treadmill. And we had to take the arms off the treadmill to get it down the stairs. When we went to go put it back together, we put the arms back on and started to get it, tried to start connecting it to the machine itself, and it would not screw in. And so I started thinking outside the box. I said, well, do me a favor, hand me your screw, and here's this one. Let's see if maybe that little action will fit. And it did not work. It did not work. Well, our next step was to take and switch out the arms, maybe move the arms on the other side and see if it'll work. It did. They went right on. There's no explanation. There's no reason why that mattered, but it mattered and it worked. That's healing. Healing is individualized. There's no reason for it to work sometimes, but it does. You can find you can find Veterans Ranch at TheVeteransRanch.org or through their community pay it forward profile. Once again, scan this QR code up top. It's going to take you directly to their page. Easiest, most definite way to reach out to them is ask me for an introduction. I will make that happen. Celebration of the Horse Day honors the healing powers of the horses. The Veterans Ranch use that healing power to support the heroes who have carried our nation. Both remind us that compassion and connection can change lives. Our question of the day: what is one moment in your life when an animal helped you feel calm or understood? What is one moment in your life when an animal helped you feel calm or understood? This is, in my life, you see the fish tank behind me. There are mornings I come in here while I'm trying to get rid of my headache, and I will just look at the bubbles and I will just follow the fish. It will help get that movement that I need in my eyes and my head. It'll allow my head to connect with what I'm seeing. There's times that the dogs will come up. The dogs will know, okay, Daddy's not having a great day. I'm going to lay my head on him. I'm going to be here for him. Ghost especially. Of course, there's other days that they just want to be, rambunctious and crazy. But please, you answer the question as well. Put it in the comments below. Please like, share, subscribe, and help us grow. What is the one moment in your life when an animal helped you feel calm or understood? And our challenge of the day: share a message of support today with a veteran or first responder in your life. How about a caregiver, a doctor? Share a message of support to anybody today. be supportive. Let's see what that will do for this day. Today we honored Celebration of the Horse Day, a reminder of healing and strength that horses bring into our lives. Today we highlighted the Veterans Ranch, an organization helping veterans and families rebuild hope through equine therapy. And today we remembered that each of us has a role in supporting the heroes who have carried our nation. So I beg of you, please use the QR code above. Find out more about the Veterans Ranch. Find out more about the Community Pay It Forward program. Make a purchase with any of our giving partners and connect the receipt to the QR code above. When you do that, a portion of your purchase is going to go directly to the Veterans Ranch and help them continue to do the great things that they're doing. So again, please support the Veterans Ranch through Community Pay It Forward. And join us again tomorrow for another day of learning, giving, and growing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for caring, and thank you for sharing your heart with this community. If you're not helping someone, folks, you're hurting everyone. And please remember, the path of healing is something we can achieve when we all come together. And today, please remember that each of us has a role in building a compassionate community. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching Whatcha Got. Please like, share, and subscribe. Help us grow. And we can help everyone in the end.